Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Traedz TV, where we discuss all stock-related contents and much more. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Guys, let's get it rocking and rolling. So let me go ahead and get rid of the morning symbol. Let's go ahead and start looking into our recaps, go over our earnings, go over our economics. As far as our recaps from yesterday, guys, on SPY, we did have a open of 548.91, a high of 555.45, a low of 548.55. Close of 554.32 with the volume of 47.6 million. Long, what's up, boss? Good morning, man. Thank you so much for joining me. So that's what we have so far as our recaps, guys. So let's go into the earnings. Today, guys, we do have Microsoft and Meta today after the market closed. Low boy, good morning to you, boss. Hope y'all killing it, man. We did have a nice little pullback down, nice little red candle that formed, and y'all already know what price point that was, guys. 552 on SPY. Even though we had that spike up to 555, we came right back underneath that price point at 552. Good morning, Trader Mike. What's up, boss? But yeah, so today, guys, we do have Microsoft and Meta coming out after the market close, so definitely keep your eyes peeled on that if you are interested in as far as jumping into those trades between Microsoft and Meta. And we will take a look today to see how those bad boys are setting up before the earnings. As far as economic goes, guys, we already had the ADP non-farm employment change that came out at 8:15. We had the GDP that came out at 8:30, which I went ahead, guys, and posted the the economic data. I already put them out on Dex chat room and my chat room as well. Tomorrow we will be having initial jobless claims at 8:30. We're going to be having the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI at 9:45. ISM non-manufacturing PMI and prices at 10 o'clock. As far as today, though, we still have the core PCE data coming out at 10. We do have the Chicago PMI at 9:45 and crude oil inventories at 10:30. Other than that, guys, that's all we should be having as of now. So let's go ahead and take a dive into our charts, see what the market has to offer today, and we get ready to rock and roll, guys. So let's see what we got, man. 3, 2, 1. I know what time it is. Let's go. All right, guys, we're here. Thank you so much for joining me. Tariq, what's up, boss? Good morning. Yeah, we did get some negative data, and not just that. Tariq, Trader Mike, Low Bar, Long Wolf. Remember what I told you guys? The range that we were in, that we couldn't stay above that 552 level. That we do have that range at those bottoms around that 542.91 down towards that 540 level. Keep in mind, remember I told you, as long as you stay underneath that 552 level, that we have to play the price points underneath that until we get that break above that that level of 552. So you got to respect those areas. So remember we talked about that. If you couldn't hold above 552, you're going to come right back down into that range. We went over that yesterday. And I'll go to it real quick to show you what I'm talking about. Let me go into my 12-hour chart right here, guys. Remember we talked about it yesterday. Right here. Yeah, right here, boss. See? 552. I mean, Mike, do you see that right across the board, boss? Look at that. 552. Still cannot break that area. Still holding up a strong resistance with that nice possible pullback down. And the areas that we do have, the area that I do have as far as those bottoms on this setup is going to be around at 539, 540 level. Remember, that's that old area of resistance that we couldn't break above, where we kept getting rejected, pulling back, finally breaking above it. So right now, you're still in this range of 552 down towards that 539, 540 level, back down to this level here. So we have not yet been able to break and hold above that 552 level. So that's going to hold up as resistance, and we are pulling our way back down towards the bottom portion of that possible channel, which is going to be we will hit that possible 542.91 first, and then we're going to hit that around that 540, 539 level second. So we do have room to still fall back down to these low areas, which will still keep us in this range until we break above that 552 level, which can finally put us, towards the 560s up to the 565 ranges. So right now, as of now, you can clearly see right across the board, old support can turn into what? New resistance. Guys, how many times was I preaching about this? Trader Mike, you my witness. Tariq, you my witness. Lone Wolf, all you guys, you my witness. How long was I preaching about that one particular price point since last week? 552 since last week. Did I not take a swing trade the other day at 552, back down? And look at that, could have been another swing trade opportunity. Where? 552, back down again. 552, we're still holding up at strong resistance because you got to keep in mind, old support can turn into possible new resistance. 552. So, I know, boss. I know you're tired of hearing it, but you got to respect the price. You got to respect that price level. You have to respect it. Because as long as we hold it underneath it, that's resistance. Again, old support, which you can see when we were on top of 552, we bounce, go across the board. Look where we at now. Now old resistance has turned into what? Old support has turned into new resistance, which we're pulling back down from what price point? 552. We talked about this since last week. Still ongoing. And look at the impact to it. Look at the impact. One price point that we talked about. 552. So, I know y'all tired of hearing it, but you got to respect that level. You're tired of hearing it, but that's the level that the market is telling us that we can't break it and hold above at this time. It's 552. We can't be selfish. We can't be stubborn and fight against the market. We have no power when it comes to the market like that. If it's telling you 552 is holding up as resistance, we have to respect that price point until we break above that price point. So you got to keep in mind, once we break above that 552 and finally hold above that area, guys, you got to keep in mind that that's going to be in due time. That's going to be a strong support once again back up to the upside. But you have to respect it as of now that that's a strong resistance until we break and hold above that price point, which we can turn that back into what? Support to move our way back up to the upside. So from this, you just have to respect that level and respect the prices underneath it. That's the only thing, guys. Again, we don't control the market. We have no power like that over the market. All we can do is play the market. That's it. Have respect for it. Respect those prices. That's it. I think new song title 552. I know, right? but Trader Mike, if you think about it, that has been a money making opportunity on the short side. If you think about it, Trader Mike and Tariq, a good opportunity. Where? 552 over and over and over again, because we have yet to hold it, but it's been a good shorting opportunity. You can't fight against it. If it's telling you that we holding up as that's resistance, you can't fight against it. Respect it. That's all we can do is respect that price point. And I know y'all tired of hearing it, but play it, make money from it. Yeah, it's a good put opportunity at this moment until we break back above it, where we can go from puts to calls. You have to respect it, man. You have to. Again, we have no control over the market like that. We don't. And how many times, and like I said, Trader Mike and Tyreek and all of y'all, how many times I've been preaching about that price point since last week? 552. Everybody was arguing against me. We're going to break above it. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. I kept telling y'all, watch 552. Even yesterday, we got to break above it. 552 held up as strong support. We ran up to what? 555. Then we came back down from 555 down to what? 552. Then we cracked 552 back on down. But at the end of the day, that main price point should have stuck in your head. Even if we took a little spike, again, pivot point. You'll find your way back down to what price point? 552. So, I know y'all hate it, but y'all got to respect it. You got to respect those levels. You have to. The market don't care about my feelings, your feelings, nobody's feelings, but we have to trade the market. We have to trade it. Who got some? See, look. Look, Trader Mike. Trade Profits. Queen. What price point? And I know y'all just coming in. Good morning to y'all. What price point did I kept preaching about? Let me see if y'all. Let me hear. I want to hear them call it out. What price point? What did we get rejected? Once again. Boss, put opportunities over and over again. Again, 552. Like I said, right here. Queen and Trade Profits. Look right here, guys. Look. I just went over it, but I'll do it again. Look. Go across the board. Yellow line. 552 when we were on top of it. Support. Now go this way. What is it now? Resistance. Gotta respect it. I kept alerting this over, and I've been telling everybody 552. I know y'all tired of hearing it, but y'all gotta respect it, man. Y'all gotta respect it. That price point is holding weight until we get that breakout. And do keep in mind, guys, today we do have earnings coming out. We do have We do have Microsoft coming out today. We do have Meta coming out today. And we still have some more economics coming out today as well. We still got the PCE data that's coming out. We have the Chicago PMI that's coming out. Chicago PMI, if I'm not mistaken, should be at 945. And the PCE data should be at 10. So keep in mind that we have some more data coming out. So we do have some more data from 9:45 to 10 o'clock. We have 2 more data coming out. Now, right now, as of now, we are in the range right now, buyers are trying to hold 547, trying to keep us in this range of this price point at that 547 up back up towards that 551 level right here where we got this little bounce or this little channel, this range. Because you got to remember, we fell out of the range. Because yesterday we was in the range of what? Around that 551-ish level up to 555, and we stayed in that rotation until we fell out of that price point, came on down. So you got to keep in mind, old support can turn into what? New resistance. So long as that bottom holds, you know possibly where your tops is going to be at, right around that level, right around that 551-ish level. So you got to respect the setups, man. And now I missed the swing trade. I ain't gonna lie to you because I couldn't get in because I had to wait for my cash to settle. The only other way I could have got in on the swing trade, I would have had to take the money out of the cash account, flip it over to the margin account, and I mean sometimes it's a pain. Sometimes it's a pain. It gets nerve-wracking trying to keep switching the money back and forth, man. But I mean, had I would have took that money out of my cash account, put it to my margin, and took a swing trade on it, I guarantee I would have been banking on it. I guarantee you that one. It's just that I just got tired of switching it back and forth. It just gets exhausting. But let's see what we got, guys. Right now, we recovered right around the 547 level at this time. Buyers are trying to hold this little area right here with the candle, this red candle, the bottom body closed at. Look like those buyers are trying to do a possible red to green where they're trying to utilize that 547, trying to push their way back up. So watch this key level here. So again, that level can hold up as support or resistance. Keep that in mind. If those buyers can't hold, that close can turn to that candle's resistance and yank back down. Now, if buyers do step back in, they can utilize that close, this candle close, the red one, for a possible support to push their way back up, which you will see a temporary red to green move. But you got to keep in mind, those closes can act as support and resistance. You got to keep that in mind as well. So right now, we do see lower shadows. We do see buyers trying to utilize that candle's close here for possible support to try to reverse the play back up off of that 547 level. But keep that in mind and see if those buyers will step in. If they don't, then we can possibly see a second red candle on down. So keep that in mind. We got about a minute and a half left, guys. So make sure y'all got your game plans. And also with Tesla. Remember what I told y'all. In order for us to avoid that cup and handle pattern yesterday, we had to hold above what price point? 285 for that push up to 290. Then we got rejected at 290 and came right back underneath what? Down towards that 280. So we got to keep that in mind as well. Shoot, my honest caller, guys. Let me hear him take this real quick. Oh, damn, I'm gonna call it back. So as the bell ring, I'm gonna pause a little bit. And I'm gonna take a quick call to make sure it's not no emergencies or anything of that nature. And we'll hop back on. So let me get you guys set up and ready to rock and roll for today. As far as my Tesla traders, like I said, for puts, you want to stay underneath that area of 280 for that pullback down where you will crack that trend line. For calls, you want to hold at 280 for that possible pushback up to 285. So watch that price point right here. Puts, stay underneath 280. Calls, stay above 280. Right now, as far as SPY, we are holding around that 547 level, trying to utilize that candle's close for support, trying to do a red to green for the movement back up towards the upside. We do have a minute left, guys, and like I said, once the bell ring, I'm gonna take a quick little phone call real quick to see what my aunt needs to make sure that again there's no major emergency. So let me get you guys ready and geared up, and we'll take it from there. So let's get ready to rock and roll, guys. Make sure you have a game plan set in motion. Understand the prices, respect the prices, play those ranges, play the rotations, and again, make trading easy for yourself. Don't make it complicated. So just get ready to rock and roll, guys. We do have 2 more datas coming out, one at 9:45 and one at 10 o'clock. So let's get ready to rock and roll. We've got about 10 seconds, guys. So Nate Traedz, what's up, boss? Engineer, what's up, Queen? So yeah, guys, as the bell ring, I'm gonna take a quick call and I'm gonna be right back. So the bell is about to ring in the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game time, game time, guys. Don't forget, I'm gonna take a quick call real quick to make sure that we don't have any emergencies. She's not calling for anything bad, which I'm pretty sure not. But keep your eyes peeled, guys. Look like we may be trying to set up for a possible bear flag underneath that 547 level will look like a two-legged pullback, could be setting itself up. And do keep in mind, guys, we do have room to still fall back down towards that 542.91, back down into those low areas of 540 down to 539. So you got to keep that in mind. So we do have room. If we don't hold, we do have room to still pull back down towards that 542.91, back down towards that 239, 240 range. So right now we do have somewhat of a bear flag pattern still setting up. Right now we underneath that 547, setting up for a possible two-legged pullback, where we could start to pull right back down underneath that 546, down into the 545s and so forth. So right now we still have a little bit of weakness, and don't forget we have two datas coming out. 9:45, we have the Chicago PMI data coming out, and we also have the PCE data coming out at 10. So we got two datas. So let me take this call real quick, guys. Let me make sure that everything is okay on my unside, because she just called me, and I'll hop right back in. So thank y'all for joining me. Oh, and before that, let me give a shout out to I've got to give a shout out to Jennifer Peterson for donating to me, because I saw it pop up on my Cash App for the donations. So let me give her a shout out real quick. Thank you so much, Jennifer Peterson. Thank you so much, Queen, because I wanted to acknowledge you to make sure I didn't forget about you. So let me give some love to you real quick. Thank you so much for the donation. So I definitely appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. And that goes out to Jennifer Peterson. Thanks so much, Queen. Appreciate you. So I just wanted to acknowledge you. But yeah, guys, let me take this call real quick. Keep everything on watch. Right now, bear flag pattern is still setting up with room to still pull back down to the low areas. Like I said, guys, we do have room to possibly fall back down to that 242.91 down into the 240s. So keep that on watch. Tesla, like I said, for puts, stay underneath that 280 for that possible pullback down to 275 and so forth. Buyers, if you want to go long, you got to get back above 280. Keep that in watch. You see right here, we were in that range of 280, 290. Right back down, started to create a cup-like pattern, so keep that in mind. And we also have a bear flag pattern on Tesla as well. So keep that in mind, guys. We're still pulling back down, as I told y'all, setting up for a two-legged pullback. Oh man, I would have been up had I would have caught that. Oh man, like I said, I couldn't get in yesterday because I had to wait for my cash to settle. The only way I could have got in on the swing trade, I would have had to take the money out of my cash account, put it to the damn margin account. But had I would have done that, I'd have been up, and I'll show y'all I'm not lying. I would have been up damn near $400 already.
016.
What's up, Zero? Look at that. Had I would have got in right here, switched my cash, my money to my margin account, got in on that swing trade, look how much I would have been up. Damn near $400. Insane. I couldn't, man. I didn't have time to switch it. But keep that on watch, guys. But I'll be right back, guys. Let me take this phone call. Like I said, just keep those price points on watch. Puts, stay underneath 280. Like I said, SPY, you still have room to pull back down toward the downside. Watch as we pull back down towards that possible 545 level. But we still have a lot of room to still fall. Like I said, 542.91, even back down lower towards the 240 area. So keep that in mind. Keep that on watch, guys. But I'll be right back. Let me take a quick phone call. I'll be right back. Thank you for your patience, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, do feel free to reach out to my mods. And guys, thank y'all so much. Again, good morning, Nate, Traedz, and Jenna. I'll be right back. I just have to take a quick phone call, and we'll get ready to rock and roll. Oh, and don't forget, data coming out, 9:45, Chicago PMI, 10 o'clock, PCE data. Don't forget. So I'll be right back. Oh, wrong one. Sorry about that, guys. All right, guys, we back. So right now, still, Like I said, we still looking weak. Still looking weak at this time with room to still possibly pull back. So keep that in watch. Let me see. Let me check my 180. Let me see. What level is it trying to hold? Look like around this 5. What is this? 546.40 level. Almost around 546.40 is trying to hold. And we cracked that 546.40. Where we at right now? Oh yeah, we way below that. So we do have room to fall back down towards that 545 range. So we still got room to still pull back, guys. So still room to still pull back. Keep that in mind. Don't forget we got data coming out in 10 minutes. So we do have that. Man, had I would have switched my money over to my margin account. God dang, I'd have been up damn near almost $400 already on starting off the morning. It's just switching that money back and forth is a pain, man. So right now, guys, Tesla, like I said, puts still underneath that 280. You got room to possibly pull right back down to that 275.
I'm about to be stopped out these Apple calls.
Apple, and also let me check out Nvidia. Right now, and also with IWM, guys, we pulling back down to that 192 level. At this moment, let me see Nvidia, and I'm also check out Apple too as well. Nvidia, we're underneath that 106, pulling back down to that 104. Oh yeah, so you're definitely on this little downtrend. So we, in order for us to save that play, we definitely gotta get back above trading profits. We gotta get back above 106 for sure. Cause you gotta get back above that price point. Cause you can see when you was on top of 106, you bounce. So that's gonna be that support area, but you gotta understand that you're underneath it. Now that 106 can be resistance as you run back up to it, where that area can now turn to resistance for a pullback down. So it looked like almost like a big old inverted cup and handle pattern, because you got I mean the bottoms are all the way back down here towards that almost that $100 range, because that's where your bottoms is at. And if that bad boy keeps cracking from 104 to 102, that'll put you back all the way back down into these bottoms. So right now, here we go, guys. As I told y'all on SPY, still pulling back. I told you the amount of room you have to fall. Told y'all the amount of room you have to fall back still. The amount of room. Remember we talked about it. We keep cracking, like I said, we fall underneath that price point. You still got room to possibly fall back down to that possible area of 542.91. You crack that area, the next level will be around 539, 540. So you still got room to still pull back down. A lot of room. We still have manufacturing. Yep, we still have data coming out. Yeah, I just said that. We have data coming out at 9:45, and we do have data coming out at 10 o'clock. Yeah, Tariq, we have the PCE data 10. We have the PMI coming out at 9:45. So... But right now, I mean, as the setup is, I mean, we on a bull flag pattern. We on a two-legged pullback setup, which you do have room to pull right back down to that 544 starting off with. So, I mean, you do have room to still continuously still pull back. Man, I wish I would have switched my money over yesterday. Had I just would have switched my money over, I would have been up already $400 locking that in. It's all good. I mean, it sucked, but it's all good. Because, I had to wait for my damn money to settle. Man.
65% retracement is 539.
All right, zero. SPY. Zero. Let me see if you remember. SPY. On SPY. What was that? What was that price point we talked about yesterday? What was that? Where was that resistance at? That we said that we had to keep on watch. Zero. What price point? One price point we talked about. What was it? For a put opportunity. Everybody else called it out. What was it?
552.
Was I lying? Zero. Was I lying, boss? I mean, I know I got on everybody know that price point, but was I lying? Look at that. Let me go across. Look right here on my 180.
$0 says 01 says. Yeah, no, you were on point.
Look right here, boss. Look. Right across the board. 552, 552, 552, 552, 552. Held up as resistance, and look what happened. Now you follow from 552 back down to this area here. Now we're in this range. We're going to possibly fall back down to that 542.91, down to that old area, 539ish area. That was that old resistance where we ran up, got rejected, came back down, ran up, got rejected, came back on down until we broke above that price point. So from 552, you do have room to fall down towards that 542.91, down towards that 539.50ish area, back down this way. So keep that in mind. How much room you still have to fall? There you go. Bam. Told y'all. So I mean, I couldn't jump in, man. Like I said, the ones that I wanted to get in, I mean, they spiking like crazy on the put side, so they getting way expensive. So I can't even do it. So I have to just kind of, let the puts have fun with that one. I can't do nothing. And then what I told y'all for Tesla yesterday, as long as you held above that 285 to avoid that cup and handle pattern, you had room to run up to 290. Ran up to 290, got rejected at 290, came right back down underneath 290, down to 285, back down to 280, bam, there you go. So, I mean, we call these plays to a T. So, man, I just wish I would have switched my money out from my cash account to my margin account. I would have had a good opportunity. That's the only thing that sucked. It's the only thing that sucked about that. It's too much, man. Trying to go from cash account to margin account. It's the only thing. I couldn't jump in on the swing trade yesterday because I had to wait for the damn money to settle for the day. It's the only reason why. I mean, I made some trades yesterday, but I couldn't set up for a swing trade because I had to wait for my cash to settle. That's the only thing that sucked on that. It's the only thing that freaking sucked. I had to wait for cash to settle. That was a pain. So I couldn't do nothing about that. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So, all right, let's see. Right now, what I told you guys, look, y'all thought I was lying. 542.91. Was I lying? Thunder. 0. Was I lying? 542.91. You have room to fall back down to that price point. If we crack that 542.91, you have room to fall back down to that 540 to 539. Come on, man. Let's go. I told y'all. The levels that we can pull back down to. See, I told y'all, man. I do things to help you guys. I do things to help you guys out, man. Come on, man. The levels that we can pull back down to. Look at that. Close to that, right where my dead alert. Look at that. Close to that. Look at that. I told y'all the areas we could possibly pull back down to. Y'all thought I was lying. Look at that. I told you. All I'm going to do is throw the truth at y'all, man. I ain't going to do nothing to hurt y'all. Come on, man. Y'all know me. Where these bottoms at on this damn thing? Oh, shit. I think what was the low? Still pulling back down. Watch. Let's see if we're going to hit it. 542.91. One of my alerts. 542.91. Let's see if we're going to hit it. We're going to hit it. Look at that. Look what y'all get. Look. Can't make this up, baby. You can't make this up, baby. So shout out to my puts. Told y'all. 542.91. Bam! Let's go. I told y'all. And for my puts on Tesla, from 280 to what? 275. Told y'all, baby. Don't doubt me. Don't ever doubt me. Don't you dare doubt me. Don't you ever, never. I told y'all. Got data coming out in 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes data. I told y'all 542.91. Y'all thought I was bullshitting. Bow. Told you. I told you. And then from that level, what else I said we could possibly go down to? Down to that 539 level. 540 to 539, 550 level. Told y'all, man. Let's go. Shout out to my puts, baby. I told y'all. Mike, I wasn't going to let y'all down, baby. I told y'all. I wasn't going to let y'all down. I told y'all. People that like to doubt me, but you see, I always back up what I talk about. I told y'all. I'm never gonna, man. I ain't gonna try to. I told y'all I ain't gonna steer y'all in the wrong direction, man. I'm gonna do what I can to put y'all in the right direction. And look what the body of the candle trying to bounce at. What price point? Trying to 542.91. If they can get it. If they don't, you got room to still fall back down to these low areas that we talked about. So right now, 542.91. Bam. Trying to get a little bounce. But if we do crack, you still got room to come back down towards that 539.50 level. 540, 539.50. So right now, don't forget, guys, we got data coming out in 1 minute. You got the Chicago PMI coming out at 9:45, and you got the PCE data coming out at 10 o'clock. But I did tell y'all how far we could pull back down to, so stop doubting me. I told y'all what we could pull down to, so shout out to y'all who caught the puts. Shout out to y'all who caught the puts on it. Down to where area? Around what area? 542.91. Bam. Told you. I specifically told y'all. Look at this. Was I lying? 0. Was I lying? Look right here. Trader Mike. Engineer. Was I lying? Go back 180 chart. What I told you can pull down to 542.91. Was I lying? And I told y'all if y'all can't hold, You can still pull back down to what area? Your old resistant area, back down this way. From 542.91 back down to that what? 539, 540 level. So from that point, told y'all, don't doubt me. Don't ever doubt me. No money. I am mad. Lost cause. You got it on the call? No. Engineer. No. I mean, I was going in for a put. I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna go in for a put had I would have had the money in my account, but I had to wait for it to settle today. I mean, I go for a trade today, but I mean, had I would have caught that put last night, oh my God. I don't even want, and let me show you, Queen. Let me show you what patience lead to. Let me show you what patience lead to. 545, 547 put contract, right? 79 cents. That was the cheapest that contract was. Look where you at now. Patience, Queen. Patience. I told you, gotta have patience, Queen. Gotta have patience on it, baby. 540. You said SPY will go up to 549. Yeah, I said we held those, but no. What did I say? No. I said, what did I say yesterday? We was in a range. Why do I have my lines right here? Remember the range that we were in yesterday? I still got my lines. From 551 up to what? 555. Remember we talked about that area. 554, 551, 555, which we did not break that level yet. Remember, we didn't break it. We ran up from the, well, once we recovered 552, you have room to run up to the 559. I said if we were to get that breakout, yes, you can run on up, but we didn't break it. You got to focus on these areas first. Got to focus on these areas that needs to break out in order for us to get to those high price points. You got to focus on the range. Look at the range that we're in. 551, 555, back down to what? 551, came back on up, and then you cracked out of that channel. You got to focus on the range, engineer. And not just that. Even though it's moving, one price point I never still took my eyes off of was what? 552. I still never took my eyes off of 552 level. I never took my eyes off of it. Right across the board, I watched 552 the whole entire time. Even though we got a spike, 552, I kept on watch. I never took my eyes off of 552 because, again, how many times I preached about that price point since last week? Look at that, engineer. 552, 552, 552, 552, 552, 552. Look at that. Rejection. I still kept my eyes peeled on what? Because I told you what we needed to hold on top of. What price point? 552. Had we would have stayed on top of 552, yes, you would have had room to go back up. But you still got to take 552 into consideration. As long as you stay on top of it, yes, you have room to go up. I never took my eyes off of 552. I never took my eyes off of 552. Not one time. As long as I've been preaching about that, I never took my eyes off of 552. Not one time. I kept preaching about that for weeks and weeks. Everybody kept getting mad at me about it. Everybody kept arguing me about it. I kept pounding that in everybody's head. 552, 552, 552. I called it. I've been calling that since last week. You remember, I took a swing trade on a put at 552. I never took my eyes off of that one price point that I told you that can change the course of the play. Now, doing intraday, yes, you held above 552, ran on up, but then you got rejected at 555, right back down underneath what? 552. You ran on up, then fell back underneath again. What? 552. I never took my eyes off that price point. I never steered away from 552. I was preaching about that price point for the longest. Now from 542.91, trying to push right back up. Keep that in mind. But I've been preaching about 552, 552, 552, 552. What is the level you keep calling? What you mean? Don't do that. Hey, don't do that. You know I call 552. Don't do that. I ain't say no 557. I said 552. Don't do that. I did not. I say 552. And I was speaking on the intraday's perspective. I said if we can get that break, we have room to run up towards that 559. But what happened? You came right back underneath 555, back down into the 552, 551 range, in this range. Remember, I told you guys yesterday before I got off my live, watch the range. I said, guys, we're in the range of 551 to 555. I told you guys, watch the range. What do I always talk about ranges? I always talk about ranges all the time. You know this. I always talk about channel setups. Because you know how I play it. I play for spike out, pullback bounces. Y'all know this. What do I wait for? Breakout, pullback bounces. Why? Because we'll turn the old resistance to what? Support. Breakout, pullback, bounces. Did we break out? No. We didn't break out. We did not break out that level. What did I do towards when I made my trade? I waited for a breakout pull. I waited for a pullback, pullback breakout, right? A pullback bounce. How did I make my profits? Waited for a pullback bounce. But the main price point, yeah, that is out, Jenna. But the main price point that I've been preaching about throughout last week, 552, 552, 552, 552. I've been preaching about that for the longest. You can't. I'm gonna tell you what a lot of guys. I'm gonna tell you what a lot of you guys fell at. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying to shoot you down. Stop looking at intraday setup, thinking that's gonna be the setup for. You gotta look outside the box. What chart do I look at? 180 charts, right? 180 12-hour charts. Just because you're spiking up on the movement on the intraday, you gotta look at a bigger time frame to give you the full understanding of it. Thunder, you my witness. Engineer, Nate Traedz, Jenna, y'all my witness. What price point I was calling out, and I never stopped calling out. 552, right? I was calling out 552, 552, 552. What did I take a swing trade at? On my put swing trade, 552. For what? A put. Exactly. Thank you, Trading Profits. 552. I kept yelling. I kept calling that out over and over and over. I took advantage doing an intraday, yeah, because we held doing an intraday 552. We ran up to 555, which I did make profit on, right? But if you look at the 180 chart, look what the market is telling you. On the 180, yes, we did. We made a move above 552 doing intraday, but did we hold it on the 180? Look right here. Look across the board. 552, 552, 552, 552, 552, 552. Got rejected underneath what price point? 552. Back on down. I yelled that since last week. I yelled that out since last week. I went through the whole breakdown of why that price point was important. Yesterday, I said 552 at one point was support. You bounce. 552 was at one point. You bounce. I said turn support into resistance. Utilize that. And you remember I told y'all we were in a range. I said that we can't break above 552. You got to look at those bottoms, which is right here, because it's the old area that we could not break out before. Then we finally broke above it. Remember, what was that area? That was around 539, 540, which we got rejected, came back on down. Got rejected, came back on down until we finally broke above it. Now you have to take that key level as far as support, because old resistance can turn into what? Support. That's your floor. That's your top. That's your range. There you go. We talked about it. And I also told you guys last week, and we couldn't break above 552. We are on an ascending triangle pattern where we could get rejected and pull back down. It's like, come on, man. I told you guys this. Like, come on, man. I specifically went over the whole breakdown, the whole scenario, the possibilities. You gotta stop looking at just intraday setups. You gotta stop looking at intraday setups. You gotta y'all gotta quit that. Stop just looking at intraday setups. Intraday setups doesn't tell you the full story. That tells you a story within that day, within that range, yes. But it doesn't give you the whole entire story on what the market could do the next day, the day after, and so forth. You gotta look outside of those charts, 180 and so forth. But yeah, engineer, you do have room to still pull back down, Queen, towards 540, around that 539.50 level. You still got room. If you stay, again, once we crack underneath that 542.91, you still have room to possibly fall back down towards that 540, 539 level. So you do have room still. Again, if you look at that 180 12-hour chart, and Money Man can agree with me if he's using TOS. And Money Man, if you're using TOS, tell me if I'm lying, boss, or any one of y'all. Take your 180 chart, 180 12-hour chart, place a price point, one at 552, that's your tops, and place another one around 539.50, and tell me if you don't, and tell me I'm lying if you don't see a range right there. 552 tops, around at 540, 539 bottoms. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Take those two particular price points on y'all 180 12-hour charts, on y'all charts, set price points at 552, 539, around 539.50, and tell me if y'all don't see a range. Tell me if I'm lying. And what do? Take that information, share with you guys. I told y'all for puts, you had room to come back down to what price point? Starting off with 542.91, right? What did you come down to? 542.91, right? Did I make this up? No, I did my research to help you guys out. Tesla, what did I tell my puts? As long as you stay underneath that 280, you have room to go right back down to that 275, right? I told you it was making somewhat of a what? It's almost like a cup-like pattern. Called it out. So, I mean, I called out everything I could, guys. I mean, I'm helping you guys the best that I can. We got more data coming out in 4 minutes. We got PCE data coming out now. PCE data. Money Mike, what you got, baby? What trade you got into? Because you said puts. What you got into? You got SPY? Nate trade. Tell me you caught SPY, baby. Please tell me you caught SPY. Tell me you caught those pullbacks. The only reason why I didn't go for a swing because I had to wait for my cash to settle. That's the only thing that sucked. I had to wait for the cash to settle. Other than that, I would have had to take the money out of my cash, go into the margin. That just too much. But yeah, man, had I would have caught that though, had I would have switched my money over, that'd have been a wrap. I mean, even on a 240, 547 contract, y'all would have been killing it. Cause right, like I showed the engineer on the contracts. You had the lows on the puts right around 79 cents. Look where you at now. Damn near $6. You'd have been up almost damn near $1,000 on the day. Look at that. Look at that. $6. Bam. Highs. 79 cents. Look at that. Man, I should have switched my money over. Ah! I should have switched it over. It's all good though. Oh, well, like I said, Queen. Like I said, a trick you can do. You can set up a... And I'm doing this to help you out. You can set up a margin account and you can set up a cash account. The way I did it, because how did I do mine? One was a joint account and two was individual accounts. Like you can use, if you got a boyfriend, whoever else, if you know they Social Security, set up another account where you can set up extra additional accounts where you can link them up and you can transfer your money from one account to the next. So like if you run out of money on one, you can just take that money. Like say for instance you run out of money on the cash account, you gotta wait for it to settle. Take that money out of your cash account, switch it over to your margin account. That's another way to do it. It's like little tricks to do it. Cause that's what I did when I first started. Because when I was underneath the PDT, I was trying to figure out like how can I get around the PDT while being underneath $25,000. So what I did was I opened up 2 margin accounts and 1 cash account. So, because you're able to do that. So, you can open up a joint account, set your Social Security on the joint account. You can also set your Social Security underneath the margin account because there's 2 different accounts. One is a joint and one is a margin. So, I'm sorry, one is a joint and one is an individual. So, you can't do that. That is legal. You can't do that. That is legal. You can do a joint account and you can also do it in individual. So you have every right to do that, engineer. So if you get tired of just using one account, open up another one. A joint account and one individual account. And if you have a boyfriend or husband or whatever, you can set up another margin account, under another individual account using his social. That'll give you 3 accounts. So again, that's how I did it. That's how I beat the system. I mean, it's legal. It's legal. So no crime against it. Just saying. So right now, guys, we got data coming out in 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. Let me see how low we got left. Nate. Let me see what we got left. We still got room. Yeah, you're gonna have a. Let me see, cause you need that 541.80. Watch that 541.80. 541.80, and you still got room to possibly pull back down to that 540, 539 level. I mean, you do have room to still possibly pull back down to these levels. So let me move. I'm gonna set this one at 539. I'm gonna put 50. I'm gonna set it for 50. I'm gonna move it up a little bit. So in case if we do get that crack underneath that, depending on what comes out on that data in about 5 seconds, if we do get another crack, you do have room to fall back down this way. Right about now. So let's see. PCE data. PCE data. Keep that on watch. All right. PCE data right at that 541.80. 541.80. Let's see. Keep it on watch. Keep it on watch. And again, if we do crack that 541.80, you do have room to pull your way back down towards 541, 540. Back down to these levels here. So you still got room to come back down to these lows. Come back this way. If we do crack, keep that on watch. Man, I'm just setting up for these. Man, like I said, them calls is getting cheaper and cheaper. I'm trying to play around those calls. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm setting up for calls, and like I said, the more we yank back, the cheaper those contracts are getting. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's helping me move my strike prices up even higher. So I got 48. Yeah, and I agree. And like I said, you gotta keep in mind, guys. Watch that 540, because you gotta remember, you're underneath that 542.91. Underneath that 542.91. So again, to get that push, we need to get back above that 542.91. Remember, that was the level that we tried to that we did crack. So from that 542.91, you do have room to push your way back up to that 544. So keep that on watch. It may make a big ass H pattern. It may make a big H pattern. Let's see. Let me see. So yeah, right now you're bouncing. You're pushing back up towards the upside. And that's off of the PCE data. PCE data just came out, rebounded right around that 541.80, trying to push his way up. Like I said, the main thing that you want to hold is stay above that 542.91. 542.91. Stay above 542.91. Because it looked like it want to make a big old H pattern. That's what it looked like it want to make. I ain't gonna lie, Money Man. It looked like it want to make a big H pattern. Right at that 542.91 if you don't hold. Where you start getting stuffed at, that's why they need to hold this key level. They need to stay on top of 542.91. Because if they get stuff right back underneath, it's going to create like a resistance right at that price point. We had PCE data that just came out. Let me see the updates on it. Let me see how we looking. So yeah, data just came out. That was the last. That should be the last data that we have for today. And then from that point, we have earnings coming out. That was what, PCE data, right? That just came out. Let me see the results. Let me go to it real quick. Releases. Do we have it for today? For the 30? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we do have data. We do have data that came out. What we have? Let's see. Increase 116.8 billion, 0.5% at the monthly rate in March, according to the estimates released today by the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysts. So let's see. Let me see. Still look a little weak though than expected though. It looks like it came out. Like I said, guys, watch this level. Watch that 542.91. Watch that 542.91. Money Man and all of you guys. Watch that 542.91. 542.91. 542.91. Trade profits. Watch that price point. 542.91, because you don't want to go back underneath that price point, because it could make another bear flag pattern. It could make another bad flag pattern where you create somewhat of an H pattern when you start to get rejected right underneath that 542.91. So keep that on watch, Money Man. Watch that, boss. Keep that on watch. Because again, if we stay underneath that, there's going to be resistance that could make it like a bear flag, almost like an H pattern right underneath that price point, where you could start to arc here, start get rejected at that level, and start to pull back down this way. So watch, guys. Watch that 542.91 level. Watch that 542.91. Right where we at. Watch 542.91 real quick. Right where my line is at. Watch that 542.91 real quick. Because, again, if we want to see more upside, you want to hold above that price point. See what puts, you want to stay underneath that price point, which you are getting rejected. Got a upper shadow pulling right back underneath that price point of 542.91. So watch that key level to see, can we stay on top of it or close on top at this moment. As far as Tesla, right now we're in a range. Trader Mike in between 275, 270, 275, 270 level. So we're in that range. So you're in that $5 range, 275, 270. Like I said, as far as SPY, watch that 592, 542.91 levels. Make sure you stay on top of that. Make sure we close on top of that price point, because you don't want to fall back underneath that. You want to stay on top of that around that 542.91. Because you don't want, because again, if we fall back underneath that price point, that's going to turn into resistance, which it could make an additional bear flag, additional H pattern, that will put you in a range, but possibly for lower downside. So watch that 542.91 level. Keep that on watch. I haven't jumped in anything yet. But yeah, definitely watch that 542.91 because you want to stay on top of that price point. Look, right here. You want to stay on top of that, start to build our way back up. But watch that price point right around 542.91. See how you keep, but money man, you see how you keep getting rejected underneath that price point? See how sellers keep trying to push you right underneath it? Almost, like I said, almost trying to create another bear flag pattern because you got an engulfing red candle already, and then you got that small green candle following it that look like damn near a bear flag pattern that could possibly be setting itself up if they can't stay above that price point. Because you do have an engulfing red candle in intraday, and then followed by that small green candle that looked like somewhat of a bear flag pattern that could possibly set up. So keep that on watch. Because we'll definitely we'll definitely have to crawl our way back up. And definitely we want to see a successful transition. We want to definitely get back above these price points. But it's still looking like a downtrend setup still. All the way from pre-markets area, still like a downtrend setup still. Because like you get like those little small green candles. Okay, remember how we talk about those? Okay, remember how we talk about the uptrend? And you get those pullback bounces where you have those small windows of opportunities on the put. Well, the same thing goes for a downtrend. When you go up, you'll have a small window of call opportunity. So if you notice that when you get those massive red candles, and you'll get like one little small window of opportunity on the call, and then you go right back on down. Big red candle, small opportunity on the call, another red candle. So the same thing works for a downtrend, just like an uptrend. Uptrend, pullback bounces, where you're setting up those bear traps to push back up. This one, when you're going on a downtrend, you're setting up bull traps. So it's doing the opposite. It's doing the total opposite of uptrend, but you got to look at it from a downtrend standpoint. So like I said, you get a little bounce, small window of opportunity, come right back on down. Bounce, small window of opportunity, come right back on down. So you got to keep in mind, guys, you're on a downtrend at this moment. You got to keep that in mind. You're on a downtrend. Downtrend with small windows of call and opportunities. Because look how many candles you have after the dump off. Look, 1, 2 green candles. Out of all these red candles that showed up, look at that. That's a downtrend setup. That's definitely a downtrend setup with more sellers in control right now. Look at that. I mean, guys, can't you see this? Look. You got way more sellers in control. Look at this. How many green candles we have, from this point on? 1, 2 versus how many red candles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Majority of more sellers than buyers. I mean, think about it. You're on a downtrend setup, not an uptrend. So think about it. I mean, look at the setup. Look at this. How many green candles we have so far? Look at this. 1, 2 versus all the red candles that we have. So that's telling me I see more sellers than buyers at the moment, at this time. I see way more sellers than buyers at this time. So again, if we want to move our way back up towards the upside, we want to, again, you gotta keep in mind, we gotta get back above certain price points. Gotta get back right now, hold above that 592.91, 542.91. Start to push our way back up toward the upside. Because you gotta reclaim these levels. Because you gotta keep in mind, indicators of fail, not VWAP fail, everything is pointing down where it look like it. Matter of fact, let me see something. Hold up. Let me see. Hold up. While I'm looking at this setup. Nah, it don't look like a cup per se. I'm about to say, because I was trying to put all this together. I mean, it's an ugly pattern, but yeah, so you're going to have to definitely get back above that 544 level, because you're going to have to turn that back into support to push your way back on top of these levels here. So we're going to get back above 544.33 for sure. Got to get back on top of that one, because old support, keep in mind, can turn into resistance. And don't forget that we do have somewhat of a bear flag pattern if those buys don't hold. So let's see what we get. Guys. Let's see what we get. 544.33. Let's see what we get. Let's see if those buys can step in and start the transition. Let's see what we get. Because right now you're bouncing from that 541.80, pushing up towards that 544.33. So you're in somewhat of this range here. keep in mind, you still got somewhat of a bear flag pattern if those buyers don't get that break. So in order for us to reverse that play, buyers gonna have to step up to the plate. We're gonna have to see consecutive green candles back up towards the upside. So we got one green candle so far. One good solid green candle this way. So what we want to start to do, we want to start to build a staircase back up. We want to start to reclaim all these levels lost. So we want to get back on top of that 544.33. Why? Because that level held up as support at one point. Because what did we fail down to? From what price point? That was at 551 down to what? 544.33. We got this bounce right here. Then ran our way back up to what? 551. So that's why we need to get back on top of those key levels. That's why those levels are very important. We need to get back on what price point? 544.33. Turn support back into support. Yeah, so yeah, just be careful on that. But we are in somewhat of a range. We are somewhat of a range as of now. From 541.80, 544.33. Because you got to remember, 544.33 was an old support line, which we're not underneath, which can still be considered resistance. In order for us to turn that back into support, buyers going to have to break above that price point and utilize that floor. Right now, old support is acting like resistance until you break above that price point. So right now, you're in a range between 541.80, 544.33. So keep that in mind. We got to see a breakout because we want to reclaim those levels. Buyers have to reclaim those levels. They have to push back up towards the upside. So I'm still keeping my contracts on watch. I'm still watching everything. Still watching everything at this moment. All right. So keeping this on watch, guys. Keep this on watch. Let me see. Let me go check something real quick, guys. So like I said, watch that 544.33 level. So right now you're still holding up pretty well. So watch that key level, guys. Watch that key level. Yeah. So let me take a quick break, guys. I gotta run. I got somebody at the door. Let me go check something real quick. I'll be right back. But like I said, watch those key levels. Watch those buys step up. To see can we get that move back up towards the upside. So definitely keep that on watch. So what would be the main area we definitely need to get back above to give us that. He said you got the crystal ball. Before I remember, don't chase shorts unless there is a yeah. And that's true. Tariq, I agree with you 110%, guys, boss. So we did watch that 548.80 level. So yeah, guys, let me hurry up and run and go take a quick little let me go check this real quick. I'll be right back. Just keep this on watch. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, do feel free to reach out to my mods, guys. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. Make sure I got everything set, guys. So yeah, just keep this on watch. Watch this level. Watch these levels. We still got room to push our way back on up. Like I said, as long as you can hold that 544.33, you got room to push your way back up toward this open. So keep this on watch. We do have body stepping in at this time. Just keep it on watch. All right, all right. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Yeah, I just had a little emergency, man. Might have to leave a little early, guys. I mean, I'm gonna come back. I might have to leave a little early. Got a little situation going on, and I do apologize about that, man. So I'm gonna do the best that I can before I head out. So keep that on watch. We'll be hopping back on around 12:31 ish, and I don't mean to leave you guys like this. Just have a little emergency that I gotta tend to, and we're gonna definitely keep everything on watch, man. And we'll be ready to rock and roll. And I do apologize about that, man. Had a little emergency that needs to get tended to, and I do apologize about that, guys. So let me go ahead and try to help you guys out so far. What we doing? Let me see. So let's see what we got, guys. Let's see what we got. So I'm gonna try to help y'all as best as I can before I head out. I got like a little emergency real quick, but I will be returning back. I promise you, I will be returning back. So let's see. Right now we're on top of that 543.33, 544.33 level at this time. Like I said, keep that on watch. Make sure we hold that price point, hold that floor. Because remember, last time we was holding that price point, we went from that 544.33, ran our way back up towards that 547.19, up to that 551 level. We rotated from those bottoms to these tops around 551. See that? We went from these bottoms to these tops here around 551 level. So let's see. As long as you stay on top of that key level, we do have room to push our way back up to that 544.19 level. But yeah, guys, I do have a little emergency I got to tend to, man, and we'll keep that on watch. But let me go ahead. Mike, if y'all want to, and all the mods, if y'all want to, guys, while I go handle this, y'all can stay in the chat room. It's up to you guys if y'all want to, continuously update everything real quick. Like I said, I'm gonna be right back, Mike. Just got to tend to this real quick. Got a little emergency going on, and like I said, I will be returning back around 12:30, 1 o'clock, and continue with you guys, because I'm gonna stay on with you guys, for the earnings and everything. But I do apologize, man. I do have to run real quick, and I'll be right back, and we'll keep it rocking and rolling, man. Do y'all have any questions, comments, or concern, or anything at this time? What to look forward for? Like I said, guys, as long as you hold that 544.33 level, we do have room to push our way back up to that 547.19, back up towards that 551 level. So just keep that on watch. So yeah, guys, let me go ahead and handle this, and I'll be right back. And like I said, we'll continue where we left off. I do apologize for that. If y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, do feel free to reach out to my mods, guys, and we'll keep it rocking and rolling, man. But thank y'all so much for everything so far, and like I said, just understand your price ranges, and we'll keep it rocking and rolling. Let me see. So yeah, got a little emergency I got to tend to. So I'll be right back, guys. So let me go ahead and get myself ready, and I'll be going back in, guys. So again, if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns before I head on out, do feel free to ask me any questions, anything y'all need help with. I'm here to help you guys. Whatever. Other than that, I mean, my mods will be here to help you guys. As far as your trading, we did rebound from that 541.80 level. Got right back above that 544.33, so keep that in mind, and you do have room to push your way back up towards that 547.19 level. So keep that on watch. But yeah, guys, I'll be right back, man. I do apologize. So like I said, just trade smart. Make sure you have a trade plan, and then again, we'll get ready to rock and roll, man. So let me go ahead and leave you guys here. I'll be right back, and like I said, and I'll be here with you guys for the earnings, for the Meta and Microsoft earnings, and we're good to go. So thank y'all so much, man. Appreciate you guys. And like I said, trade safe, trade smart. Execute on your trading plans. Don't hesitate, man. But I will be back, guys. So love y'all, guys. Be safe. Trade smart, man. Nate, and I do apologize, guys. I mean, like I said, I have an emergency, man, and I apologize, man. It's just there's so much going on right now, man. And again, I'm just trying to trying to maintain, man. But yeah, just a little emergency going on. But I'll be back, guys. But thank y'all so much for everything, though. So, like I said, 12:30, 1 o'clock, I will be returning. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Peace.